Next to God, we are nothing. To God, we are everything. If we are not ashamed to think it, we should not be ashamed to say it. Before beginning, plan carefully. 6 mistakes mankind keeps making, century after century. First, believing that personal gain is made by crushing others. Second, worrying about things that cannot be changed or corrected. Third, insisting that a thing is impossible because we cannot accomplish it. Fourth, refusing to set aside trivial preferences. Fifth, neglecting development and refinement of the mind. Sixth, attempting to compel others to believe and live as we do. Frivolity is inborn, conceit acquired by education. Rightly defined philosophy is simply the love of wisdom. What is permissible is not always honorable. We forget our pleasures. We remember our sufferings. Of all nature's gifts to the human race, what is sweeter to a man than his children? You will be as much value to others as you have been to yourself. Knowledge, which is divorced from justice, may be called cunning rather than wisdom. Just as the soul fills the body, so God fills the world. Just as the soul bears the body, so God endures the world. Just as the soul sees, but is not seen, so God sees, but is not seen. Just as the soul feeds the body, so God gives food to the world. Time destroys the speculation of men, but it confirms nature. Old age is the crown of life, our play's last act. It is the nature of every person to err, but only the fool perseveres in error. The rule of friendship means there should be mutual sympathy between them, each supplying what the other lacks, and trying to benefit the other, always using friendly and sincere words. Honor is the reward of virtue. Nothing is so unbelievable that oratory cannot make it acceptable. Rashness belongs to youth. Prudence to old age. Even if you have nothing to write, write, and say so. What sweetness is left in life, if you take away friendship? Robbing life of friendship is like robbing the world of the sun. A true friend is more to be esteemed than kinsfolk. Thou shouldst eat to live, not live to eat. In a disordered mind, as in a disordered body, soundness of health is impossible. Whatever you do, do with all your might. Nobody can give you wiser advice than yourself. Nothing is more unreliable than the populace, nothing is more obscure than human intentions, nothing is more deceptive than the whole electoral system. A room without books is like a body without a soul. Love is the attempt to form a friendship inspired by beauty. A man of courage is also full of faith. It is the peculiar quality of a fool to perceive the faults of others, and to forget his own. The function of wisdom is to discriminate between good and evil. I am not ashamed to confess that I am ignorant of what I do not know. The greater the difficulty, the greater the glory. The safety of the people shall be the highest law. An unjust peace is better than a just war. A friend is, as it were, a second self. It is not by muscle, speed, or physical dexterity that great things are achieved, but by reflection, force of character, and judgment. Cultivation to the mind is as necessary as food to the body. The wise are instructed by reason, average minds by experience, the stupid by necessity, and the brute by instinct. Silence is one of the great arts of conversation. The higher we are placed, the more humbly we should walk. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by the doubling of our joy and the dividing of our grief. Glory follows virtue, as if it were its shadow. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. The life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living. Cicero, full name was Marcus Tullius Cicero, was born on 3rd of January, 106 BC, in Arpinum, a hill town 100 kilometers southeast of Rome. He belonged to the tribus Cornelia. Marcus Tullius Cicero was a Roman statesman, lawyer, scholar, philosopher, and academic skeptic, who tried to uphold optimate principles during the political crises that led to the establishment of the Roman Empire. Cicero has been traditionally considered the master of Latin prose, with Quintilian declaring that Cicero was not the name of a man but of eloquence itself. The English words Ciceronian, meaning eloquent, and Cicerone, meaning local guide, derive from his name. And he died on 7th of December, 43 BC, at the age of 63, beheaded by order of Mark Antony.